Sorry, Bill. Whew, 1 second. Mic check. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Hold on. Just gotta do a quick setup here. Hope you all are doing well out there. It's been quite the week, as you, I'm sure, can imagine. Just trying to get into the usual setup here. But have a ton of updates for you guys. And usually I don't have notes, but I want to make sure I have not forgotten anything. And also allow people to just give everybody a second to chime in here, to just roll in the door, if you will. All right. Where to begin? So I'm trying to fix my headphones here before we get started. Mic check. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can hear myself now. All right. I think I only have a limited time today. I'm going to assume I got to make sure I keep the walkie-talkie on. So I'm probably only have about an hour or so, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And my phone doesn't work in here, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna have to rely on anybody texting me. And yeah. Oh man, thank you. Who's that? Justin. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Appreciate it so much. All right, so obviously, we're going through a pretty crazy situation here in Jamaica. Can everybody hear me okay? Hopefully, everybody can hear me okay. I didn't even have a chance to check the levels here. Yeah, we're going through a crazy situation here in Jamaica, and it's different for a lot of people. Different for, like, depending on where you are, whether you're in the east, the west, the south, the north, different parts of the north, and um yeah, it's just been, I mean, it's like a movie. Like, almost every day you just can't believe this is the reality right now. But there's also just no time to really even think about it, and to just, my mindset is just always just like, keep moving forward here. So, um let's go through some updates. So let's start out with some good news. Let's start off with some good news, and that's how we're going to start the stream. Let's start with some good news. So good news is we have flow back in Negril, which is amazing. They had flow, I think, at least earlier today in Savlamar. I saw a post. They have flow, which is really, really, really important. And so that's been one of the most challenging aspects of this whole ordeal is communication. You know, Obviously, extremely devastating situations all over the country. But then you compile that with no water, no electricity, and then no communication. So getting back some of the communication back is amazing, and it's not even the greatest, but extremely thankful. Shout out to Flow, really appreciate it. And then I'm sure Digicel is working extremely hard to get their network back up and running, and that will help tremendously. That will really help tremendously. As you can imagine, we have here at Travelers, there are so many staff members that we are just not in touch with, and we can't get in touch with. Wingate has been literally every day, like, taking his truck with somebody or a team to go out and find staff, because they're just cut off from the world, uh, from a telecommunication standpoint, and then also from literally a physical topographic standpoint. Like they cannot be reached. You need some sort of airlift going in. We reached one person today, or I should say, they reached out to us. The Wingate has been trying to get to them literally every day we were able to get out, and could not get in touch with them, and she finally reached out today, and unfortunately, like, her whole house is gone. Her whole house is gone. And we have a few of our team members who are falling right into that. I just was outside talking with somebody, and their friend who's pregnant and has a daughter, her whole house got destroyed, and she's staying with him. And obviously looking for help. And it's just like, this is continuous every single day. You're finding out of somebody who is in that situation, and it is just of course it's heartbreaking, but it's just like, there's like an overwhelm to it as well, because you can't help everybody. You try to help as many as you can, and I'm trying to, like, we have to come. It's hard to even come up with a game plan because there's like so much going on, and you it's like you have to at least try to help who you can in front of you, if you know what I'm saying. And it's just like, it's like hard to organize yourself, and like hard to be in it, and to say, do this, do that, not do this, not do that, sort of thing. So that's like the hardest part, one of the hardest parts, I should say, of managing this whole situation. And um the the not knowing is tough, and it's like every day you find a new staff member, or get some sort of communication, and there's probably endless stories that we are just not privy to, like, that are probably not so good. And that's just like really really unfortunate, and I've gone into the bad stuff already. um but the telecommunications, we'll get back to updates shortly. So I wanted to go through, like, the good news first. So telecommunications flow is up and running, Sav and Negril. The other good news is, the soup kitchen here in Negril is doing free food, started today, and they're working with World Central Kitchen, and they're providing meals at 11 a.m. every day at the soup kitchen. So if you know anybody in the grill, I know telecommunications is hard, but like, if you could just share on your social media, Instagram, whatever it is, and let people know that they can get food there every day at 11 a.m. And what's so amazing is that they need like a commercial kitchen, and St. Anthony's Soup Kitchen downtown is not a commercial kitchen. And so what happened is, Mr. Issa from Couple Swept Away, the Swept Away group, he has allocated one of his kitchens at his hotel for that team to cook there. So they're cooking the meals there, and then they're getting it down to St. Anthony's Soup Kitchen, which is amazing. So really, really great news, amazing news. And I think those are two things that, in all of this, we're making progress, and things are inching forward, yes, but at least we're making some sort of progress. So I just wanted to also just use this, the platform and the live stream, of course, to update people on what's happening in the grill, what's happening in the West, and just also give you a sense of what we're dealing with here. And I'm sure you've seen tons of YouTube videos, the news, et cetera, on what's happening and what's going on. But I know a lot of people, and I think this is probably where I should start. A lot of people are asking about Negril specifically, and then after that, I'll start to move outside of Negril. So Negril specifically, from what I've seen, I haven't driven. The furthest I've driven on the beach road was up to Petcom, and then on the west end, the furthest I drove. Oh my gosh, what's the furthest that I drove? I can't even remember. We drove to um, hide a while on the deep west end, past the cliff, just a little past the cliff hotels. And west end for sure is in worse condition than the beach road. The beach road is relatively good, I have to say. Like, there is I should say, there was a lot of power, like, not even a lot. There were some power lines that were down in the middle. I don't even know if there was any in the middle of the street, come to think of it. Not many trees. I think a lot of the I think a lot of the trees I think a lot of the trees that were I think a lot of the trees that came down during Beryl, as a matter of fact, and that's why we didn't have a lot in the road, at least on the beach road. That's what a lot of people are saying, and I think there's some merit to that presumption. And so we still don't have electricity in the grill, not on the beach road, not on the West End. But I would say the overall conclusion I would say is like I would say Negril was spared. I mean, in a big way compared to other parts of the country. And don't get me wrong, there are people in Negril, and I'll even go out to Sheffield, Whitehall, Red Ground, and even West End businesses that were literally destroyed, and homes that lost their roofs, and people have nowhere to live in Negril. Yes, so that that does exist here, but it's not as widespread and devastating as even just going to Bay Road, and Savlamar, Little London. It's not as bad as that, and that's not that far from Negril. And so again, West End probably took the brunt of it. Most places are I would say okay, especially on the beach. Not saying that they didn't get damage or anything like that. Not saying that at all. Hotels, businesses have taken hits, but again, in the greater scheme of things, we were spared. And even looking at us here, travelers, like we feel so incredibly lucky. Trust me, like very, very lucky. And where I'm going to get into the hotel aspect as well. I have a lot to say on that. And but generally speaking, like the like hotels are like this is a tough time. Like our hotels are not built to be lasting without water and electricity for extended periods of time, right? Thank God we got water back. I think it actually went out today, and we were on our reserve tanks. But the our generators, like again, our properties are not designed to go weeks at a time on generators. But I'm saying that to say is like not for people to feel bad for us or anything like that. This being online, there's like a perception that hoteliers are using this as an opportunity to make money. Like that is the furthest thing from the truth, and it is like extremely frustrating and annoying to read these comments. They're just so extremely uninformed, and it's just one of those things. It's just like we want people to, and I don't mean this in a bad way, don't take this the wrong way, like we want people to leave and we want people to go home at this point in time, because especially the people who've been here through the hurricane. And so people are trying to go home, and their flights are being canceled. That's a whole another situation. But the hotel, I would say overall the hotels are okay. Like I'll say, speak for travelers, we can't complain, and we're not complaining. There are a lot of people looking for hotels, because also keep in mind that not every hotel has a generator, not every hotel has Starlink. That's how I'm able to have this conversation with you all, is because we have electricity, and then we also have internet. And so these hotels, like Travelers included, like we're a very sought after hotel for people to come. And I will actually say, I will encourage you. People there's this notion out there, and I just want to be very clear, and I will reiterate this later. There's this notion out there, like if you're coming to Jamaica right now, that you're taking resources away from helping people. And I'll say two things to that. I mean, I will say a couple things on that. There are other parts of Jamaica that are not affected by this. Especially if you're going to like Kingston, talking to people in Kingston, it's like they're back to their normal lives. Like there is definitely two Jamaicas right now, which is just it's crazy to even think about. Like just because we're just a small island, and there's just big difference in their life experience, so to speak, right now. But at the same time, you know, I venture to guess in a very short time, in a matter of days, Negril will be essentially back to normal. Like it's crazy to say, but I can already see that Negril is going to be back to normal relatively soon. And when I say Negril, I'm talking about, and I'm not saying this is fair. I'm just telling you what it is. It's like specifically the beach road, and also the West End, right? And sorry, I got to keep listening out on the radio here. And particularly the West End, right? So I'm sure. I, g- I mean, I would venture to guess if we get power back next week, full electricity, um, we, especially the Negro Beach hotels, will be more or less fine, right? And I'm putting that in quotations. There are a lot of people who are coming in. I'm getting messages every day on Instagram, YouTube, otherwise, asking if we're open and if we can take guests because like so many people want to come in and help, and different charities, a lot of press, and yes, we can. We are able to accommodate for sure. We're able to accommodate, and again, because we're in this like incredibly lucky position, and I wouldn't even call it a position. Is this is like it's a responsibility, like, and it really is a responsibility, and we're taking it like very seriously. um so that more or less is the grill. I'm gonna do my best to do a drive around West End, like the entire West End, maybe the entirety of Negril. The thing is like time is limited and also gas is limited. It's like it's hard to get gas. It's getting better. There are like I've seen gas trucks on the road refilling gas stations. My sense is like that will become less and less of a problem, at least in Negril. Become less and less of a problem. And when I say it's a problem, it just takes a long time to get gas, having to stand online and wait. You can't even drive up for the most part. You can't drive there. You have to take a canister. Um, with and then we're getting diesel for our generator, so we have to pull up with our truck sort of thing. So that's just something that we just have to manage as best as we can in getting gas. But I think like every day there's like a little bit more of a reprieve as far as that's concerned. And I think that's the way this is going to move like on a day-to-day basis. Like getting flow back is huge, huge. And then when we get digital back, that's going to be even bigger, right? Because I feel like more people are on digital than are on flow. So this is this is this is this is kind of where we are, right? And I will also say that it's important. Like tourism is extremely important here, extremely important in Jamaica. Remember, tourism is our number one excuse me, is our number one source of income. And by you staying at hotels, even like travelers, it gives us the ability to help the community and pay our staff, and then also to go out and literally Wingate was going out buying zinc 2x4 plywood and putting it in the truck team and driving to people's houses, our team members houses, and giving it to them and helping them set back up their lives. Like that is what we're doing. Like we can't wait for donations. We can't wait here to say, oh, we're going to collect money, and then after we collect the money, we're going to go help someone. Like they don't have a roof over their head, they don't have a house, they have nothing. And we just have to act. We have to go into action mode at this point in time. And we're only able and have the ability and the resources to do that because of our business, because of travelers, because of you, the guests who come to visit us over the years. So in a crazy way, like you've contributed in helping us and having the ability to help our team members. And it's continued to grow. It's going to continue to grow. The need is going to continue to grow, especially as we hear more and more from our team and we get to them. And it's like every day we wake up and it's just something just really sad. And just like even today we had one of our team members, one of our barmen, waiters, let's say, excuse me, he just so bad. He they his father's house got washed away and they can't find his father, and this is in St. Elizabeth. And he just left, and it's also, and that's of course, you got to go. And so that's the other thing, is just we're having challenges with team members and staff. So for those who are thinking of coming, especially end of November, December, to Negril in particular, trust me, it is going to help. It is needed. Your presence is needed. If you're coming to volunteer, amazing, fantastic. I'm not trying to make anybody feel guilty. Like you guys are working very hard in your respective jobs and careers, You deserve a vacation. But coming here and vacationing and going into the community, going to the Jerk Chicken Man, going downtown to buy patties, buying from the patty man on the beach, buying a bracelet, all buying fruit from the fruit people on the street. All of this is helping. All of this is going to help. I would say do not cancel your if you come. I can only speak for Negril. I can speak for Negril hotels. Do not cancel your reservations. Do not cancel your reservations. You're going to help the cause. I'm telling you right now, you're going to help the cause. You're going to help keep these businesses open. And then, especially you all, and I know so many of you have really great relationships with individuals out here. And if you could help them in any way when you come down here, it will be a huge plus. Trust me. And so, I just want to reiterate that. So again, if you're coming here, and I know a lot of people reached out and they want to come down and volunteer and pay their own way. Yes, we need your help. Definitely need manpower. I don't have. I know a lot of people have been asking me this. I don't have anywhere to steer you. I don't have anywhere to say, "Hey, go and do this," or go and like. I'm not sure where that is. I just haven't. Again, like I said earlier, like I'm trying to process everything in terms of like getting organized, and we just haven't had the time to do that. We're just dealing with like the immediate, and like the immediate is like continuous, like very very long days. And mind you, and I'm not saying this to be. Nobody should feel sorry for me. Nobody should feel sorry for me and what we're doing at all. This has just kind of been a marathon before the hurricane, during, and like we already knew what the aftermath is, where the real fight was going to be. And so we're staying steadfast with that and continue to be very grateful, and just help as much as we possibly can. We I guess we can get into, I know I said I was going to move outside of the grill, which I will shortly. We can get into the needs as well, in terms of, people coming down. Let me go into these items. So if you're coming down, and I'm gonna post this, but man, let me see if I could let me see if I can get it on the screen just so I don't go through everything. 1 second here. Um, all right, let me just get this on the screen so everybody. And where is it? All right, got it right here. Oh, where'd it go? Of course, I lost it. Oh yeah, okay, got it. 1 second. All right, here's a list of items needed. And for those that are coming down, like whatever you can bring and put in your suitcase, please bring it. If you can bring Starlinks, please bring Starlinks. That is so important right now. I would say we'll take the mobile ones, or the residential ones, the ones that you put up in your house or on your roof. Either one, we will take whatever you can fit in your suitcase. If you're packing a barrel, any of this, like I would say also like immediate needs is like anything sanitary, wet wipes, Lysol wipes, sanitary napkins, gloves. Just think what you would need if you didn't have water or electricity for extended periods of time, right? And I'm thinking specifically about like South Lamar. That's kind of where I spent the most time outside of Negril. And I was at Manning's High School, and I went, and I didn't realize I've been to Manning so many times, and I didn't realize that there was a teacher's cottage to the back of the school, and the teachers are living there. And I recorded it, did an interview, and I didn't even I didn't even want to post it. I still haven't posted it, and I'm not sure. I just was unsure whether I wanted to put this out there, and I've just been sitting on this for 2 days, and but at the same time, like the story needs to be told, right? And I've been thinking, what's the goal here? Like, how do I direct people to action? And I didn't have that solution. I don't have that solution right now, and I'm not sure what to do, and how we can assist them directly. What I am trying to do is like, and I've been trying to do this like with my own money and my own resources. Like I'm trying to get them a generator. I'm trying to buy them a generator, but it's impossible. I can't get a generator. I can't find a generator, and I'm trying to get it to them. And I told them I would come back in 2 days, so I'm going back tomorrow, at least to check on them and get them a bunch of supplies. And I've been doing the grocery store thing, and it's just like 100, 200 bucks here and there for somebody is like, it's almost like, it almost feels like nothing. It's like a couple of grocery bags of stuff of like essentials, and oh, it's just not a lot. It's just not a lot. So I told them I'm going back tomorrow, so I'm gonna go back to visit them tomorrow and bring them a bunch of supplies, but trying to get my hands on a generator. I can't. If you're shipping something, if you have the ability, generators like crazy. And the reason why one of the main reasons I'm saying that, like, yes, they're in really, really bad and poor situations right now. Um, s- don't hold me to this, but I spoke to a rep at JPS, and you're looking at a minimum of 3 months, specifically Sav Lamar. Best case scenario, they told me, is 3 months, and they told me, do not hold them to that. Do not hold them to that, because there's so many power lines down. Yes, but it's not even that. It's the substation that was damaged, and we're talking months and months. So imagine not having a roof over your head, not having running water, and then not having electricity. That is a really, really tough situation to be in particular in Sav Lamar too. And the longer it goes on like this, like, the obviously more challenging that it becomes. And speaking with the teachers, like, just like, I was asking them, what are you guys doing for water? How are you taking showers, and that sort of thing. And they got river water. They have their vehicles. They've been going to the river to get water, but they're running out of gas. And Sav, the gas situation is way worse. I took a drone shot of it, and it's just like, it's just incredible. It's incredible. Um, so and I was like, okay, what are you going to do? What's your plan? What's your plan if you can't get gas? And they said they're going to walk to Sweet River from Sav. That is miles and miles, like crazy. It's so far. It's so far. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then they said they like have a half a bike that they're going to try to put together, and they would ride the bike to go do it. I was like, this is so crazy. Like, this is just unbelievable. So, doing what I can where I can, but like there's just like a helplessness also that comes with this. And I'm just doing also my best to use the platform to get the word out and like let you all know what's going on. Initially, and it continues to be, in terms of a motivation behind the information that I'm putting out there, is to give people hopefully a sense of or understanding of what particular neighborhoods look like, and how things look. And so you get a sense of, like, even I put out a driving video, so you get a sense of like, this is what Sheffield looks like, this is what so where Bay Road looks like, so on and so forth. And I know a lot of people, and I don't mean to be insensitive, but I know a lot of people have like relatives and loved ones that are staying in hotels that they haven't heard from, and they're more than likely okay. I mean, there's like a 95, probably, I was gonna say 95, but 99% chance that they're fine. They just don't have access to internet, and they're fine. So a lot of people were, and I understand it's your parents, it's your grandparents, it's your significant other, whatever have you, and it's tough not hearing from them. They're probably not in the best, like in the most comfortable situation. Obviously, not the vacation that they had planned for, but as far as like the safety from the hurricane, especially here in Negril, they're they're more than likely okay for the most part. They're more than likely okay. Thank you all so much for these donations. I promise you, all of this is going to go towards me just buying people stuff. Like all of this is going right to that. And just I was going to say buying materials. That's the other thing that's so hard that like kind of nobody can help out with at this point is building material. Zinc nails, very very hard to get. Ply, 2x4, like very hard to get, especially zinc nails. If you're flying in, I know they're heavy. If you could bring zinc nails, check them in, it'll go a far way. Yeah, and it'll really help. Zinc nails are very difficult to come by right now. I hope people are also shipping in building material, lumber, ply, 2x4, um, cement. I don't know if that's something that I don't know what the I don't want to misalign what the government's plan is, and as far as that, I would love for it to be a situation where, hey, let's instead of building the board houses, we're going to build the cement houses. But the thing about doing that, like that cement houses, that takes so much longer, and there is a need right now. It was drizzling outside right before I started the stream. I was just like, God, there are people literally without roofs, and it's starting to rain. And maybe, and who knows, maybe the weather's even worse in Sav right now and all over the country. So it's just like normally you're like rain, awesome plants, nature, but now it's just like, man, it's just bad. Let me just get through some of these comments. Granny goes gamer. I know it's not much thought, but I hope you can use it to keep helping your employees. We appreciate all your updates. Please remember to take care of yourself too. Thank you. It's very hard emotionally to handle this type of tragedy. Thank you very much for that, Granny. Appreciate it. Lisa, thank you so much for the donation. And also Justin, again, thank you. Really appreciate it. I promise all of this is going right to them. I know a lot of people have been asking me where to donate. Dean, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I know a lot of people have been asking me where they can send donations. I haven't had the time to like send you somewhere or say this or that. I've been told to do the GoFundMe, but I'm also like, and I understand, from what I understand, it sometimes takes long to get that money, and we need money now. We need money now. We need resources now. People need roofs now. So that's why we've just been I'm going to try to come up with something by tomorrow, and I will put it out. I will figure it out. I'll figure out how to do it. I know a lot of people were saying, "Hey, can I just Venmo you money?" All my friends are like, "Can I Venmo you money?" And I just want to make sure that that's like, of course, like everything's going to go towards it, but like, I just don't want to get myself in trouble by doing this in any way. I just want to make sure I do it the right way. And so I'm trying to figure out what the best way is, and maybe I'm thinking about like maybe with my personal friends, I'll just take their money because they already know, and it'll be fine, and they know it'll be fine. So that's what I'm thinking. Like all my friends are just like, let me just send you money right now. The other thing too that is very hard in terms of trying to help people, but then also just for people in general, is like there's no access to money. There's no ATMs right now. Somebody told me, it's crazy. Like they were like, you have to go to Montego Bay. They found an ATM in Montego Bay. Oh no, there's a few ATMs in Montego Bay that you can go to, but the lines are down the corner and around the block, sort of thing. Or you can go to Ocho Rios for an ATM right now. Oh, but that's the reality. That's the reality right now. Hoping, again, this is like, it seems small, but it's huge. If the bank or an ATM opens up tomorrow or this week, huge step forward. That way people can get cash, because a lot of places aren't taking credit cards. So you have to pay cash. And what a lot of people are doing, people who only have credit cards, I'm sorry, only have credit cards, don't have cash, they'll go to like the hardwares that are accepting credit cards, and somebody's buying something for 50,000 Jamaican dollars. They're like, hey, I'll put it on my card, I'll take the cash. So like that's how they're kind of doing this workaround. People have been asking me be like, yes, of course, no problem, but I got to hold on to my cash right now, because I just haven't, there's no other way to, in a sustainable way, to replenish that cash. So I'm holding on to it. So again, just kind of giving you a sense of where things are and how things are right now. Thank you so much, Mark, for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I just want to, make sure we again reiterate like what's on this list here. Extremely, extremely important. Like every one of these things are important. Um, I know there has, and everybody keeps telling me like there hasn't been a focus on Westmoreland. Everything has been on St. Elizabeth and Trelawney specifically. And I you know, I can't even say like I understand, it's devastating there. It's, especially Black River, like devastating, devastating, devastating. And that's where the attention should be. But of course, we can't forget about this side because like there are individuals, there are clusters of people, clusters of neighborhoods that are in just as a devastating state as in Black River. And trying to get help there. I'm going with a convoy on Tuesday to Grange Hill. And trying to help the folks out there as much as possible. And that I will definitely document and let you all know what's going on there. And then we also have a direct connection that with the I don't even I can already say it, the AFJ with the American Friends of Jamaica. So that I feel very comfortable in I feel very comfortable getting that and telling those stories, I should say. So again, I just want to make sure, please screenshot this. And then I'll also give you the link here to go to the JIS website. And very, very important. Like everything in here is just crucial, crucial, crucial. And again, anything if you're coming down, please come. Anything on this list that you can fit into your suitcase. I believe American Airlines coming to Jamaica up until a certain date, they're not charging baggage fees coming to Jamaica. I hope other airlines do that as well. And also if you can afford it, if you can afford the extra bag, the extra weight fee, like do it. Like it's going to go such a long way. And there's so many people that are like literally just hungry, like people coming up to me, even on the beach, do you have food? Like, yes, of course, we'll make you a meal. No problem, no problem. But we do what we can, we do as much as we can. And I know, like, I know that focus has to narrow at some point, like for us, because it's like I was saying before, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So I'm going to take this down in a second. So if you are unaware of this and you don't have this list of items, please screenshot it. Please screenshot it or go to the website. I just put in the comment section. I'm going to put it there one more time. And this is the JIS website, Jamaica Information Services website. And it's there, and really, really appreciate it. Everybody shipping things. And then also there's no duty on, I don't know if it's specifically these items. You can please look it up if you're curious. But the government is waiving duties on items coming in for hurricane relief for the month of November. So the quicker, the faster that you can ship a barrel or ship this stuff down, the better, the better. I don't know. I don't know where to steer people like at this point in time. I would just advise that I heard that there was a lot of fake websites out there. So please be very, very careful, extremely, extremely careful of where you donate. Please make sure that they're official websites. I understand Food for the Poor in Jamaica, you can't go wrong. American Friends of Jamaica, you can't go wrong. I will absolutely, I'm going to put something up, and this is going to be specifically for the need for our team members. Like it's going to be specifically for them because some of them have just completely wiped out, unfortunately, and very, very sadly. Like just completely wiped out. And please, like people are saying, please hit the like button so people see this. Like and share as much as possible so people are aware of what's happening here. And that's the other thing. When things of this nature happen and how the news cycles work is that the momentum slows, the giving slows, and that's the natural cycle in these. And unfortunately, we got Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas coming up, New York City Marathon was today. Normally that's something that I was supposed to be in New York yesterday, and I'm just putting myself in the position of the average person, and I understand that this is human nature. This is the nature of 2025. So we have to keep the attention on Jamaica as much as possible because this is a marathon. I promise you, if you go out there and you see this stuff for yourself, huge marathon. This is a long haul. But I want to say, as much of a long haul it is, there is just incredible resilience that we're seeing out there. And like the attitude is very much of like, I'm helping myself, even with the team members that we have here at Travelers. People are trying to figure it out. They just like, I need this, I need that, and then I could do this. And they're like, okay, bet we're gonna try and get you this. We're gonna try and get you that. And we just act. And there is a sense of things are going to get better and we're going to be stronger than ever. I promise. Like I bet we're going to set some sort of record of recovery and comeback. Like I truly believe that, and that Jamaica has the ability to do that. And these are going to be the hardest days, these next couple of weeks, especially because it's something. The way I'm looking at, like, especially like, just think about what I said earlier about Savlamar. Best case scenario, from what I've been told, we're looking at 3 months to get electricity back. And some people will look at that like, oh, that's terrible. And even when the person who told me this information said, you know what, he was like trying to, like, not that he was getting at me or anything like that. I think when I was surprised, I was like, 3 months. I think he was looking at it as, it was like, that's, what are you talking about? It should be 2 weeks, sort of thing. No, I was more looking at it in a way like, thank you for information in sort of in giving us some sense of a timeline. So, and the 3 month isn't guaranteed, mind you. 3 months is not guaranteed. So don't hold me to that. And I understand, but at least we're like, all right, Sav is going to have to prepare itself to be without electricity for 3 months. All right, we got to set up shop. We got to set up camp. How can we survive this 3 months as comfortable as possible, as sustainable as possible? So now that I have that in my head, it's like, all right, what are the resources that are going to be needed to get these folks through this in the best way possible for the next 3+ months, let's say. And these items that we talked about before, and like, again, that's why I wanted to get that generator to Manning's high school as quickly as possible, but I cannot get my hands on one. If I can, I will buy it tomorrow. I buy it today. I buy it tonight, right now, no problem. So I think that's one of the most crucial things that you can send down. If another crucial thing that you can, if you're coming on an airplane, if you can bring tarp holding, let me go to this list that I have here. If you could bring tarp holding in your suitcase, because it's literally just to put a roof over somebody's head. I get it sounds crazy, but if you can just set it up like a tent, it will go like a really long way. Sorry, I made up a list earlier today and I just want to get it up. Also, portable fans, like those personal portable fans, a bunch of those would be incredible. A lot of people have the solar chargers that they can charge them. Bring the solar chargers as well, just to make people a little bit more comfortable. Mosquito spray too. I think that's incredibly important because, telling you, after a hurricane, all these trees are down, water is pooling from the rain and leaves and tires, etc. The mosquitoes get so bad. And so that would not only help people feel more comfortable, but really, um, you know, lessen the likelihood of disease spreading. And like a med kit. I know you can't really take these on the plane, but those portable batteries that you can. I can't even. They're like kind of huge, as a matter of fact, where you can just plug them in. You charge them with electricity. They're not gas powered, but you can plug in some of them, even fridges. Let me show you these ones that I think. Hold on. These are the ones that I was looking at on Amazon. There's like a variety of these different types. These EcoFlow charging stations. I've been meaning to get one of these and I just didn't, and I wish I pulled the trigger on it. So if you could send those down, huge. This would help out tremendously. Whatever you can afford, if you can pull together with some friends to send some of these down, great. I'll mention again Starlinks. I'll mention again um, generators, huge. Just again, just kind of put yourself in the mindset. No food, no water, no refrigerator. As a matter of fact, too, obviously, no electricity, no Wi-Fi. Hopefully we get some more phone service back throughout the country, and that will help out tremendously. So this would be help so much. This would help so much. So I put the link in the comment section there. Also, this is what I'm talking about on your screen there as well. Um, let's keep rolling here. Uh, Jeff, thank you so much. Jeff Rogerson booked for Oshi November 23rd and was considering canceling. Don't want to be a burden on resources. Absolutely not. Like, get this out of your head. You're not a burden. Like you're not a burden. Like these hotels, you're 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 allowing the hotel and to pay their workers. Put it that way. And you're employing these workers. And remember, a lot of people who are flying down, aid workers, etc. They're also going to need a place to stay, and they're going to need a chef to cook their food. They're going to need housekeeping to clean their to clean their room. They're going to need an AC repairman to fix their AC or whatever have you. And so there is a huge economic benefit to the presence of being down here and being in Jamaica. So my advice, don't cancel. This is coming from a hotelier. And it's not in a point like, hey, we're here to make money. Like, trust me, we need the bodies, we need the volunteers, we need the manpower. We need the manpower. So I just don't subscribe to that. I just don't subscribe to that. I just feel from an economic standpoint, it is just so incredibly counterproductive. And by November 23rd, in the next 2 weeks, I'm telling you, the girl's gonna be back to normal, like for the most part. And I hesitate the hesitation comes in because it's just like just down the road, it is so not normal, which is just crazy. It's just so not normal, just 20 minutes away, or even going up into the hill to some parts of Whitehall. Um, so come. That's all I'm saying. Jammin, thank you so much. Jammin 1282. Thank you so much for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Penny Ford, thank you so much for the donation. Thanks for keeping us updated. We're so glad you are safe. God places hands of restoration upon the people and land of Jamaica. I will be down in 2 weeks to help. Jamaicans are the true survivors. Absolutely. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you coming down. It's going to help out a lot. Thank you so much. See what I appreciate the donation. I was supposed to be vacationing in Jamaica now, but of course my flight was canceled. I'd love to come to the island later this month to volunteer. Hopefully there will be something organized for volunteers by then. I will bring things from the list when I come. Thank you very much. It's going to go an incredibly long way. Thank you. It's gonna really work out, help out a tremendous amount. Thank you. Um, Sorry, let me get back to the agenda here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, let's I said so I just want to go over a couple of things that I promised. So tomorrow I'm going to do my best to let me tell you about my day tomorrow, and then we'll continue outside and grow. So tomorrow I'm going to do at least the West End. I'm going to try to do Beach Road, the entirety of the Beach Road, but no promises on that. I will give you West End tomorrow 100% in terms of I'm going to record it so you have it and you can see for yourself, because people are asking me about specific properties. And this, again, if you're worried about a beach property, more than likely they've sustained a little bit of damage. And I've talked to a bunch of different hoteliers, and they're they're relatively okay, and they're fine and will be fine. Once electricity comes back, I think Negril is going to snap back like never before. That is what I think is going to happen. So you got the West End tour, and then also I had another really bad situation. I have a friend. She lost. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, she lost her house is just like pretty much gone. Like the entire roof, walls. She has nowhere to live. She can't live there, and she's been staying with a friend, and her mother is not in the healthiest of conditions, let's say. And so I'm going out to man, going out to pick her up tomorrow. And so, all right, I guess this is another piece of content that I'm going to be putting out again, just to bring awareness to man, crazy. I'm just like looking at the picture of of her place and waterworks um in here in Westmoreland. Just devastated that whole community. So I'm going to be so I'll do a video let's say from Manning School to out there to waterworks, and I'm gonna pick up my friend. So she's gonna be staying. She's staying I'm just giving her my place. So her and her mother are gonna stay at my place for however long, and at least they'll have a roof over their head till they figure something out. Because let me get on. I don't know. Me of all people, I have not pulled up the map yet. That's insane. So let me do that real quick. All right. All right. So this is Jamaica, and you know this is St. Elizabeth here. This is Westmoreland. These are among the worst hit parts of the island. And then also Mobay got hit really bad too. Really, really bad. Oh gosh. Just hearing our GM went there today, and he's just telling me like it's in a state. It's just in a really, really bad state, and they're having a really tough time over there. And then somebody also told me about Trelawney. She sent me videos, and I meant to share today, but I forgot. I didn't even have a chance to upload them. But they're also struggling over there. So, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention that Trelawney is also going through a struggle. And I know, and that's the thing with this is like there's so much attention, and that was one of her purposes in sending me this video, that there's so much attention being drawn to Black River and to St. Elizabeth, which is rightfully so, to be honest. But there are also other parts of the country that are in really, really bad shape. So, uh, so I'm gonna. What's the purpose of me bringing this up? Yeah, so I'm driving from Sav to. I heard Cave is really bad. I heard Cave is really bad, and Bluefields, Belmont, horrific, 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 horrific. And I'm sorry to keep Petersfield, as I'm seeing these places. Petersfield, Roaring River, I heard is terrible as well. Like this is kind of what I'm saying. So we're gonna get back to the drive in a second. So this is Sav here, and I was telling you the teachers from Manning said they were gonna walk from Sav to Sweet River. Look where Sweet River is. It's great. It's an insane trek. Absolutely insane trek. They were gonna walk to Sweet River, get water, and walk back. I don't even know how many miles that is. And so like this is the situation. Also something, as I'm looking at the map, also that something is really, really horrific, like absolutely gut-wrenching, is that there's a solar farm in Sav, and look how huge it is. Look how big it is. Paradise Park Solar Farm, millions and millions of dollars in renewable energy, and from what I've been told, like completely destroyed. Multiple people told me this. Like, there's just like something that is so needed, so needed. I hope. I know people who've worked on this. I worked who people. I mean, I want to say like years they worked on this. And from what I've been told, like it's done. And I hope they have insurance. I hope they're able to rebuild as quickly as possible, and build stronger and put in certain provisions in place. So, hopefully something like this doesn't happen again. But that is a big hit to Westmoreland, a big hit to the community, having this solar farm being destroyed. Where was I? Not White House. I forget where we were driving. Oh, Darleston. Also, sorry, I'm just seeing these names. I heard Darleston is like so bad. Oh my gosh, it's like cut off. Um, Man, oh man, just seeing these names and just kind of just bringing back stories like I've been told over the last couple days. Um, so yeah, waterworks. I don't even think I can find it. I'm not that good with this part of the island on the map. I think we go through. Let me see if I can remember. No, it's back this way. I think we go through Ferris, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Ferris Crossing, and then we just go north. I'm almost certain it's up here somewhere. I know how to get there by car, but I can't get there by map, obviously. But anyway, this essentially is the path that I'm going to be taking tomorrow, and then I'm going to go pick up my friend, bring her back this way, bring her back to Negril, and she'll stay at my place, however long she needs, her and her mom. And that's my day tomorrow. That's like every day, like it's like you just go on a mission, and you have like these, especially like if you're leaving the hotel, like if you're not even the hotel, if you're leaving the grill, because up until today, we didn't have any telephone communication. So, my brother, he'd leave in like in the morning and like, okay, I'm going to try and find this staff member. He just had a list and went with our driver who takes them home at night, who knows exactly where everybody lives. And he drive out there all day, won't come back till night. And we have no idea what is happening out there. We have these walkie talkies and they work fairly well in the grill, but then outside of that, nothing. So, you know, Gate goes out on a mission or I go out on a mission. We just don't know what each other is doing and how we're doing, what the challenges that we're having. And we just, see you tonight kind of thing, and that's just kind of how it is. So like tomorrow is going to be, those are two missions that I have. You could do one or two, like I said, one or two missions a day. Um, and then and then the other thing is like the mission that I'm going on is like always bring stuff to give away. That's what I've been doing, just bringing supplies, water, food. We've been giving away food and just especially water. I know that like that can be hard to come by in some places. So that's kind of my day tomorrow. All right. Let's go through some comments here. Thank you, Callie, for the donation. Can big items be shipped in by Amazon from a wish list? Do you have details on whether provisions can be delivered to the West End? Can travelers receive items if sent directly to be distributed? Um, I mean, yes, I guess. I don't know. When you say distributed, like he's like, are you trying to get it to a specific person? That's the thing that like I know, and like this is why I hesitate. I don't have the capacity to be in ops, and to do operations, and and I would say that's outside of what we're already focusing on because it's like trust me, the need is just like it's just incomprehensible. I don't know how else to explain it. Like there's just so many people every day. You hear multiple new persons, new stories, situation every day. We hear from a new staff, thank God, and then we hear about their situation or their family situation or their mom situation, their dad or whatever have you, and it's extremely disheartening. Extremely disheartening. Like the mind isn't there. They're coming to work, but they also need to come to work. They need community. They need to just kind of have some sense of normalcy. This is what people are saying, and I think that's important, and also important that the team is together and that they're supporting each other. But it's also disheartening to hear the stories of especially staff members who have been literally trapped in their community, and for one particular staff member, they've been trapped, and then they just got communication, and supply resources are low, and nobody has got to them. It's just crazy. Nobody has got to them. Nobody has got to them. Oh, okay. Thank you for the donation. Locked in at 11:50 p.m. Birmingham. Thank you so much. Over there across the pond, Birmingham. Excuse me. Lots being done here and all over the world for our country. Thank you for this live. Very informative. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. Heidi, thank you so much for the donation. I hope this helps. We'll be down in February next year. It'll help so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Adorabelle, thank you. Appreciate the donation. I'll make sure I get all the donation. Thank you, Peter. Really, really appreciate the donation. All of this, like I'm literally just going out buying stuff. This is going to everybody. Anybody that I see for my trip tomorrow, like all of this money is going right to that. Search on NOAA Melissa satellite imagery, and you can see the damage in the area. The solar farm is confetti. Damn, really? Oh my gosh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to go by there tomorrow. I hope I can have like physical walking access there. I will definitely fly my drone there so you can see it. Man, that is such. When I heard that, it's just so heartbreaking because I know so many of the engineers that worked so hard on that thing for literally years, and just to hear this, man, it's just ridiculous. Shay Empress, thank you so much. Drop your commitment to Jamaica will never be go unnoticed. Thank you. My husband and I will be visiting travelers soon to show our support to you and the community. Love, prayers, and blessing. Thank you so much for your kind words and for the donation. Inga baby, thank you so much for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate the support from everybody, even just being on this live. Let's get back to the agenda here. So we did Negril. Told you about I'm going to Grange Hill on Tuesday, and I'm going with a team there to do distribution. I will be documenting it, and I will try to share that story as quickly as possible. And again, my goal is like we got to keep this in the forefront as long and as strong as we possibly can because this thing is I haven't even gone to the worst part, or the worst parts, and I hate to describe it this way, like I haven't. Just going through Sav is crazy. And you try to get out of there before dark. You try to get out of there before dark because these are some, let's say there's some infamous neighborhoods over there. And the sun is going down and just like, oh my goodness, man. And it's just tough, overwhelming situation overall. Grain Hill Tuesday, documenting that. Talked about items needed. Another thing that I was that's also Space Agent. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Another thing that came up today, just talking with my friend, and he's here with his son, is thank you, Marcia. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Is schools, right? And so I don't even know what how long a Manning's is going to take to come back. We're talking months, best case scenario. We're talking months, best case scenario. And you go back and you think back to COVID, right? And during COVID, schools were shut down, social distancing, but at least we had WhatsApp teaching, we had internet, we had electricity, we had running water. And now students, especially in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, they are not going to be going to school for months. And on top of that, they don't have internet access. And like this is just such it's a huge hit on our young people's education because we just got out of COVID. Imagine being like an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 13-year-old who just got out of COVID and you did that for a year or 2 years or whatever it was. And then now 4 years later, you're going through this and you're going to be out of school again for months and months at a time. It's something, and I know we're in the thick of it. I know we're in the thick of it. We're still in the foxhole, but it's just something that we gotta start wrapping our minds around because again, we're going to be in this for an extended period of time. So we gotta like right now it's like search and rescue, get shelter and food to people, food and shelter to people. This is the state that we're in. Like we got to solve that, and then we get into the education. But it's just something that just hit me today that is so important to think about, and that there's short, medium term, long term planning that we just need to have in mind, and then we can't start thinking and actioning these these issues and addressing them when we get out of search and rescue, when we get out of food and shelter phase. No, we got to start thinking about it now. And making provisions. And again, I know this is a priority, but it's just something that hit me today. And I think about NEAT. I don't know if you know, but like our NEAT Resource Center, the roof is completely destroyed. And we thank God the day of the hurricane, we got in there and we saved as many of the computers as possible. That's a whole nother podcast and a whole nother live stream. We'll figure that out. But we got to get that thing up and running as soon as possible. And I know the kids are going to need a place to come to. And what we did during COVID is we had teachers going there, even though the individual kids had their school curriculum. We got to do something like that. And we had a teacher there that was chaperoning them and also assisting them with their schoolwork and their homework. And so I'm just thinking about education, and as soon as we get out these phases, we got to focus on the education, and try not to skip that education beat. Thank you for the donation. Our Island Dreaming Campbell, God bless you. Thank you very much for the kind words and the well wishes. Maxie, thank you for the $50 donation. Graham, thank you. Do you happen to know anything regarding the status of Little Bay? Thanks for all you're doing. I think Little Bay is perfectly okay. I have friends that live there that I bumped into and talked to online. They haven't said a thing to me, so I'm assuming that place is perfectly okay. Again, along the beach road, the hotels were fine. Little Bay, it's great construction over there and great design. I would venture to guess if they had damage, it was probably minimal. Again, I have friends that live there. They have not said a word or peep to me and said this got destroyed, that got destroyed. So I think they're okay. Sorry, Little Bay. Time out. I could be confusing things. Thinking about Little Bay Country Club, you want to be the community. I not anything. Let me bring that up. Sorry. I might be confusing you, conflating. One sec. So let's bring up the map. So Little Bay, where are we? Little Bay is over here. See, I'm good in this area. I'm not good going any more east. So I have not heard about Little Bay. Good question. Let me write that down. Yeah, I haven't heard anything on Little Bay. I have a friend who lives in West Isle. So I don't know if you're familiar with that. This is just, I'm not saying hang your hat on this, but it's just positive. But he lives in West Isle, the West Isle development, and he said he pretty much has no damage. There was some zinc that flew off a roof from probably another community that chopped the side of his house. That's a cement house, and that's it. So this is Little Bay, and where's the main road? This is Little Bay over here, and then West Isle. Where's West Isle? Sorry, I am. It's somewhere north of here. Hold on, let me see if we can type it in. There we go. So this is West Isle Homes, and you'll see Little Bay is like right here. So it's not too far. And then, mind you, the storm was in terms of like the harder hitting parts was more to the east, So they could have had damage. They could have it could be bad, but you can see the proximity of Little Bay to West Isle. And my guess and my hope is that the effect of the storm was similar in both locations. So I don't know specifically, but I do hope that kind of helps give you a sense of what may have happened over it. Sorry. Um, give you an idea of what happened what happened over there. Um, all right. I know people keep asking about a GoFundMe. I'm gonna get it hopefully by tomorrow. I'm gonna set something up. I maybe because I'm even thinking like I gotta do these missions tomorrow. I might not have the time. So maybe I'm gonna try to do something GoFundMe, and we'll take it from there. Oh, let's see. Any more donations? Eve, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Carmen, thank you. Praying for Jamaica's recovery. Thank you very much. Carrie, thank you so much for the donation. 99 bucks. Thank you. 100 bucks. Thank you so much. Tanya, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Tanya. Good to see you. Grateful for your work, helping the community stay safe and strong. Thinking about all my friends at Travelers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, I'm not going to name names on here, Tanya, but man, maybe you're in communication with some of them, and you already know what's going on over here. Marie, any word on Cornwall Mountain, Westmoreland, please? Thanks for what you're doing. I don't know where that is. Let me look that up. Let's see. Oh, that's not in Westmoreland. Oh no, that is. Okay, hold on. Let me know. Shoot, I just lost it. Let me know. So you can't see it. Is that where it is, Marie? On the map, I'm not sure if that's where it is. Let me know if that's where it is. I haven't heard anything from that area. Let's see if I know any of these neighborhoods. Betheltown, I know. Caledonia. I'm not sure. Let me write that down. All right. Norma Davis, hi, thank you for the donation, Norma. Hi, Throb, thank you for all the information you provide. Stay blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let me see. Thank you for that, Norma. Matthew, thank you so much. Little Bay, you can see on Noah Melissa imagery website. It looks not too bad. Lots of roofs still intact. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that website up. Oof. Could you, Matthew, could you send me that? Can you just send a link? I mean, I'm seeing it. Hold on. Noah. Let's see if we can pull it up so we can see. All right, let me see if this is what you're talking about. Is this supposed to look like this? Let me let me know if I'm doing something wrong here, Matthew. Shari, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Karen. Thank you all very much. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to go a long way. You want me to zoom in here? Yeah, it's just gonna get more blurry here. How do you zoom? Oh, there we go. So yeah, let me know if I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to interpret this. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is much better. Okay. Savlamar. Okay, let's go to. Oh, I see what you're saying. Jeez. So this is a solar field. Oh my gosh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does look like confetti. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. Thank you for that, Matthew. Thank you for this website. Does it like oh geez. Okay, I see how this works now. Yeah, this is Black River. Yeah, we don't need to go into there. Let's see. Let's see what happens when we go into Negril. No, nothing coming up. Thank you for that. That kind of puts a good visual on that. Gives us a good visual for different areas. All right, let's get back to my list here. Banking cash. I think I got everything. I think I got everything on my list that I have here, and that's kind of the basic update that I have for you all, and what we're doing here. And yeah, this is like a new world here, new world here in a big way. And I knew coming into this storm that Jamaica is going to change forever, and it definitely will, and it definitely has already. And whew, man, we are in it. We are really really in it. And I will try to continue to bring any good news to the table as much as I can, because like at this point, take anything, anything positive at this point, because there's like literally every single day you hear something and because especially because there's no cell service, especially because there's no cell service, you get these really just devastating stories, the devastating stories. And I know, and trust me, like leaving the grill and going out there, it's like you got to be strong. Like you really, really have to be like mentally and emotionally strong, and like know what you're about to go into. At least just preparing yourself mentally, and just sticking with, that's what I keep telling myself, like sticking with the mission at hand, and then getting back to base. And that's the way I'm going into tomorrow in a big way, because I know it's going to be a tough situation tomorrow going out there and into the heart of Westmoreland. Jamaica, thank you so much. Appreciate the donation. Really, really appreciate the donation. Um, so a lot of people. So two things. I obviously was supposed to have a meetup in New York yesterday, but I don't know why the email didn't send. But it was supposed to send this morning, but didn't. But I was supposed to have a meeting yesterday, a meet up brunch in collaboration with VM, and couldn't have the meeting because I was here. And with everything that happened, like there's no way I was leaving Negril. There's no way I was leaving Jamaica. And then my flight got canceled anyway. So yeah, there's no way I was leaving. And I there was like there wasn't even a thought to like, and when the storm was coming, like to leave Jamaica early, miss the hurricane, be in New York for the brunch, and then try to like hell no, like I'm here, I'm here, and I was not missing this for anything. Like there's just no way. So that got canceled, but ThropX is still happening. A lot of people have reached out to me. directly and asking about ThropX. ThropX is 100% still happening. It's obviously not going to be the same as was originally scheduled, but at the same time, like I think like ThropX is needed now more than ever, and I know a lot of people before Hurricane Melissa have been very bullish on Jamaica and the trajectory that it's on, and are looking and have been looking for uh, opportunity in real estate, opportunity in starting a business here, opportunity in moving here, opportunity in retiring here. And that still does very much exist, and in a big way. I've already spoken with some of our partners, and everybody I've spoken with so far. We're going to still continue to make some phone calls tomorrow, being Monday. Everybody I've spoken with so far is still on board, still says this needs to happen, going to make this happen. Also, trying to figure out, again, have not even had a chance to sit down to brainstorm, to ideate, like, not, there's no time to do that. We're going to find some time this week to sit down and figure out what exactly ThropX is going to look like this year. And then also, as a priority, like, how can we make an immediate impact? And I know I don't even got to tell you throppers who are coming down for ThropX to bring stuff that I already know you all are. And I know how this community is. And I guess my in the strategy is like figuring out how can we just be most effective to have the most impact. And I'm also thinking, for those that have the ability, is like, is there a way that we can use a time, and it could be outside of ThropX. I don't want to force people to do something during that week that they weren't expecting to do. But maybe it's something outside of ThropX that people who are staying longer, that we could figure out a way. It's going to be like 50, 60, 70 of us, maybe 80. Like, I don't, maybe those numbers have gone down a little bit, but it's going to be a bunch of us who care very much about Jamaica, who are still coming to Jamaica and want to support Jamaica and want to invest in Jamaica. And this is the attitude and the approach and the type of people that are needed right now. And so it's like, how can we direct and drive that energy while we are here together as a group? And I'm trying to figure that out. And I will let you know. And I'm sure we'll have some sort of powwow. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out in the next couple of weeks, and we'll figure this out together on how that might work. But we're still doing it. I spoke with I spoke with Treasure Bay Estates. I want to use the opportunity to big them up, and they are in Treasure Beach. They are in Treasure Beach. Oh my gosh, man! Didn't even talk about that. Really, really bad. And as you know, they took the brunt of the hit from Hurricane Beryl last year. And Treasure Bay Estates is in Treasure Beach, and they're still on board. They still want us to come. We're gonna figure, but we don't know. Like, there's still a lot unknown, and we're trying to figure it out. They barely have cell service. They barely have, not even cell service. They barely have Wi-Fi. So even when we were talking, I was talking to Bernard, the developer. Um, it was just hard to talk to him. He's coming out. He'll be here. He'll be here. That, man, it's not next week. No, thank God, not next week. The week after, he'll be here, and we're gonna figure this out as a community, and we're definitely gonna make this work. And I know so many of you want to help, and we're gonna figure out how you can help. VM is still on board. They're still with it. Like, again, these institutions, like, they are needed now more than ever, and they're putting forth and helping and assisting like crazy. So, really appreciate VM and all that they're doing with their foundation, and trying to help people get past this. These are all our hotel partners. Gotta big them up. Every single one on here was affected by this storm, and they are in the thick of it too right now. Most of these are beachfront hotels here in Negril, are on Norman Manley Boulevard, and they all have guests. They're all managing their guests, and making them as comfortable as possible. And really, really want to thank them for being sponsors for ThropX this year. And we're gonna support them just the same. We're gonna support them just the same, just like they're supporting us. And we're moving forward. So I just want to make that very, very, very clear for everybody that's been asking. And people still want to come too, which is awesome. People still want to come, and they're very, very positive about it. So I just want to just let everybody know that that's the plan, and that's what we're going to be doing here. All right, let's get to some. I know I haven't been really going to the comments here because I just want to get to the agenda. So let's get to some comments here. Oh, I don't know why my screen went like that. One second, my screen went crazy here. There we go. Let's get some comments here. Erica Hamilton, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Buffalo Soldier, took a long time to dig out how to give this donation. Thank you. Glad I did. Continue blessings to all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Donna Marie, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get to some questions and comments. I'm not going to scroll up, so if you have a question or comment, just throw it in there now. There's so many people in here. I will do my best to answer and respond. Any word from Waterworks Westmoreland? I'm going there tomorrow, so you must have missed it. So I'm taking a drive out there. My friend's house it's not good. That's the word. That's the word. I mean, the community. I didn't want to put up the picture she sent me of her house and her community. It just got hate to use the word destroyed, but damn near. Just in a really, really bad state. Her house the roof is gone. It's unlivable. And I'm literally going to pick her up tomorrow. And then her and her mom are gonna stay in my apartment and for as long as they need. And I would say that's the good thing. That's the silver line. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back. I'm talking about like just so many people have opened their doors to to people who've lost everything, and that they're finding a place to stay, and they're working together. And I'm happy to hear stories like that all the time. And so anyway, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but doesn't look so good out there. Let me see if I could find that on the map here. I'm not in a good position to. Yeah, I'm not going to find this. Definitely not going to find this. Sorry, I don't even want to show it to you like this, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there tomorrow. Sorry, I was showing you and I wasn't even showing you, so to speak. I'm going to go there tomorrow, and I will I'm gonna document the drive there, and then I can share the images that I capture, and so you'll see it for yourself. Sure D, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Loris Murray, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. King Nick, anything about Camp Savannah and Alma? Sorry, nothing on that. Nothing on that I have. Dean, needs for your staff that we can bring to the conference. Yes, I will. I will do that. Thank you, Dean. I'll put that together. Ian, Throp, how are your neighbors, Shields and Alfreds? Shields lost. They pretty much lost the front of their deck to the beach. If you're familiar, if you're asking, you're obviously familiar. So that got chopped away, if you will. And so it's almost like I would say at the height of my neck. Yeah, let's say my neck. That's kind of what got chopped away. So, they'll figure out how to deal with that. Alfred's, I think, is fine. I drove past it, didn't really see any damage on the road. I haven't been inside. I haven't been on the beach, so I think they're okay. Again, I think most beach properties fared pretty well. Let's keep rolling here. How is Grange Hill? Can we access now? I'm going to Grange Hill on Tuesday. So you can I can report back on Tuesday. I'll give that update on Tuesday for sure, and I'll probably do something quick on my phone to put on YouTube Shorts and Instagram, so you can get that quickly, and then I'll put together the long form video, maybe a day or two afterwards. Donna Marie, has the government approached hotels? Maybe they can pay to house families. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. No, haven't heard that. I think that's a great idea. That it really is a great idea. I mean, and that would give time to, put a roof over families' heads and say, like, hey, you guys got 3 months in this hotel. You can go to work, homeschooling with the kids or whatever have you. I think that's a great idea. Annette, how do I donate here? I'm not sure. Can somebody help Annette donate? I don't have a GoFundMe or anything like that, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I just have this right now. Yolanda asked, "How can we locate people in Westmoreland area? Where in Westmoreland specifically?" I'm doing a drive, literally a physical drive tomorrow to Waterworks to just capture the drive. I know people want to see what's happening and what's going on, so I'm committing to doing that. So and putting out that video on my YouTube channel. When will food, water, and tarps get to Sav? I know food and water. They did a drop off in Westmoreland, and I feel like I read they did something in Sav today. Don't hold me to that. I feel like they did something in Sav today. White Black Music, how are the roads from Kingston to Sav via Mobay? Kingston to Sav via Mobay. I don't know. You'd have to go up Long Hill. Like if you're taking North Coast and going to Long Hill, I don't know that road. I don't know Long Hill. I know you can get from Kingston to Mobay. Mobay's a little rough with traffic, generally speaking, right now. But I don't know. I don't know Kingston. I don't know from you have to go up that turn off to Long Hill. I don't know what that looks like when you get over there. I can't say. Sorry. I wish I had more information on that. Farrah, what's going on? Thank you, Throp. Can you please tell me what part of Grange Hill my brother-in-law needs food? He has a 10-month-old. I'm not sure. I'm going with the convoy. Let me know. I think we're in touch on Instagram, Farrah, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know, and I will get them. I got enough donations here. I can buy the stuff no matter what. Just tell me what they need, and I'll try to get over there, and just tell me where they are. Tell me where they are. I can't do this for everybody. I can't. I know Farrah. I'm sorry to say I can't do this for everybody. I'm going to Grange Hill, and I can. If you just let me know, just DM me, Farrah, and I will get it to them. I will get DM me on Instagram, and I'll do my best to get it to them on Tuesday when I go. Stephanie Waba from Bluehold is helping Brighton, Little London, and Little Bay. Little Bay has blocked road access to the main. Okay, so somebody was asking about Little Bay, so thank you for this, Stephanie. Little Bay has blocked road access to the main. My people lost roofs, not sure of total damage. Coral Cover Wellness is raising money, and my friend in Little Bay said helicopter coming in tomorrow. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that update, Stephanie. Appreciate that. Sorry, I'm not going to read comments. I'm just trying to. I'll read this comment about for the conference booked at Travelers from the 17th. Awesome. I'll help work on the neat building, etc. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, I don't know where to send people. I'm just telling you that I know the need. So I know like manpower is needed. I know builders are needed. I know masons are needed, electricians, plumbers. I know all these people are needed, but I just don't know where to send them. And I know people want to come here and volunteer their time. I just don't know. As soon as I hear of an organization that I can send you to, that you can go and help, and that you can come and volunteer your time, and especially if you're a mason, And your carpenter, I know that is needed. Definitely. If you're a carpenter, oh my goodness, uh, we need that. We need that ASAP. Like there's just it's just overwhelm, overwhelm in that respect. But I just don't know where to send you. I just don't know where to send you. As soon as I figure that out, I will let everybody know on across all my platforms, and then I will also just make it a just continuously put the word out there like that. Angie, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Marek, bless up Negril. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to staying with you all again soon. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, just looking for questions here right now. I don't know. I don't know how to make a donation here. I honestly, I'm sorry. I don't know. Any news about Duck Pond? I'm sorry, I don't have any news on Duck Pond. Carolyn, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Any word from From? No. Dr. Doug asked that question. And the From Clinic is out there. The From Clinic is out there as well. So where's my phone? I just want to make sure nobody's trying to get in contact with me because they keep knocking on my door. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I will try. I'm going that way, but obviously not going to be there. I will try to get word from word, like ask people in the area how it's doing. But yeah, I try and get word about From, but I'm going to be unable to make it out there. I'm sorry. Uh, what is zinc? No, zinc is the metal roofing on houses. That's what zinc is. Sorry. And that's what's needed, and that's very short. And so is plywood and also 2x4s. Sorry, just trying to get more any questions here that anybody has. Sorry if I'm not reading comments, which I usually do. How is Whitehall looking? Whitehall is pretty much fine. There are like I say like the grill in general, it's like a hit or miss situation. There are some houses that are just perfectly fine, regardless of what it was built like. But then, right next door, there would be a house with a roof off sort of thing. So it's hit or miss in the grill, but like generally speaking, the grill is okay, Whitehall is okay, red ground is okay. Don't get me wrong, there are people who have lost their homes. There are businesses who are completely done, damaged badly. Don't get me wrong. That has happened. Trees have fallen on houses. Trees are in the middle of the road. Don't get me wrong. But again, overall, the grill is relatively okay. Relatively okay. Any news about Dias? No, I don't have any news on Dias. I'm sorry. Have you heard any news about Santa Cruz? I mean, I haven't heard anything specifically outside of what's been on the news, and we've all seen on the news what's happened with Santa Cruz, but I haven't heard anything outside of that. I'm sorry. No, I don't know anything about Dean's Valley area. Copeland Russell, there's a video going around that Rick's Cafe is destroyed. Is that so? I don't think so. I mean, I'm in a group chat that said somebody said Rick's Cafe is open. That's a group chat of, take this with a grain of salt. It's a group chat of our guests, because they're looking for places to go in the grill to eat and that sort of thing. Do you know if any parts of St. Anne got damaged? I'm unsure. Can anybody answer that? Karima, sorry, has travelers to get any damage? Honestly, we can't even complain. We have, but not even going to talk about that. We're honestly like there's nothing for us to complain about in that regard. We'll be fine. We're already working on it, and very very minimal, very very minimal. Like I said, I keep saying like the grill really have to look at the grill like we got spared. Even all the staff is like, even though we don't have electricity right now, we had water come back 2 days. I think it went out today, but it'll probably come back soon if it's not back already. We're on generator, obviously, and that's how we're doing here. But like even the staff is saying it's like it's as if Negril didn't get hit. It really is. It's and I'm telling you this again, it's gonna be like in a week from now, it's gonna be like Negril is back to normal. It's so crazy. I went on a run this morning with my brother, and we went on the path across the street. There were runners out, there were walkers out, people obviously cleaning up their places, and you can feel it. It's going to go back to normal very soon, but it's a good thing in a sense because we're going to be in a better position. Only people. And I feel like the same, like I said this earlier, is nothing bad about their duties. I'm sure today as well, and it's two different Jamaicas right now, but they're because they understand that they're bringing the help over here. The group and convoy that I'm going with is on Tuesday to Grange Hill. They're coming from Kingston, and it's such a good thing that they have way more resources than we do. They're loading up on things like there are things that are very hard to get, like eggs is one of them. This is like as like I was driving today and I saw somebody selling eggs on the road. Like I just busted a Yui and just bought as many eggs as possible because it's just so hard to get. I asked a friend in Kingston, like, do you have eggs? No eggs. Couldn't get eggs in Kingston. So like that's an island wide thing. So but he's getting me a bunch of other things. They're getting loading up trucks, loading up barrels, and bringing them to Negril. I'm probably gonna have to take as soon as flights get back to normal. That is, I'm probably gonna take a trip to New York, just go get a bunch of stuff and come back almost like the next day, sort of thing. Um, these are like the thoughts and strategies that go through your head just to kind of get things going here and get things rolling. Any civil unrest? No, the only civil unrest it's like that I've seen is with Wi-Fi out here, and so we were, and this happened across the street at I forget the name of the place. They changed their name. It's the yoga center, but it's like Dream Yoga. They changed their name to, I think. And we were at Travelers. There's only a select properties that have Starlink and Wi-Fi, and so we opened it up. And you know what they started doing? Like some people, for like, sorry, just listen to the radio. Some people started charging other people for the Wi-Fi password. And we had to shut it down. We shut it down. There's big crowds gathering, and you're seeing this like if you drive along Norman Manley Boulevard, you'll just see just crowds of people just on their phones because there's no Wi-Fi at these hotels. We had to shut it down, and this is like our initial strategy. I swear, this is what me and my brother's strategy is like. We're gonna go. We have a tent. We're gonna set up a 20 by 40 tent across the street, put chairs there, and beam Wi-Fi, and people can go sit there under the tent. But honestly, people don't know how to act, and we had to shut it down. Like and it's sad to say, but that's what happened, and that's what continues to happen. And same thing with the yoga center. They had to shut it down because people were charging $500 for the password, which is ridiculous. And then here at Travelers, they went up to my friend and it's like, "You want the password? It's $500." Crazy, but no, no, no civil unrest that I'm aware of. I know there was like reports of people looting in Black River, one of the Chinese stores. But like, I was like, "Yo, can you really call it looting? Like, they have no food, they have no what? Like, I don't even know if you could use that term in this situation, And I know technically, yes, that is looting. I understand the definition, but it's survival. It's survival. Like literally starving. They're hungry, and I was just like, damn, it's just like so crazy. Like this is Jamaica. This is my country, and this is happening in a place that I go to just so regularly and so normal, like getting to trying to go to trying to go to Treasure Beach, going through Black River. It's just crazy. It's just unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. Okay, let's keep rolling here. Uh Farah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, of course. Send the DM. No problem. Thank you. No problem. We're gonna get them whatever they need. Whatever you tell me. Lynn says Monty Bay is still closed. Is canceled tomorrow. Yes. No. From what I understand, flights have gone out. Oh, excuse me. Flights have gone out, But yeah, they canceled. We have a bunch of guests here. They're expecting to go out tomorrow, but it got canceled, unfortunately. And please hit the like button and share this. I know a lot of people are asking me a lot of the questions that were answered in this. So please, if you could share it and people can rewatch it, so I don't have to keep going over this information, it'd be extremely, extremely helpful. I know a lot of people are looking for information, and I know most people who would normally be on here in the UK and in Europe, they're probably asleep now, and they'll watch tomorrow. So I know a lot of people will watch it on the replay, even if they're not here on the live. And that also just helps out the channel tremendously. So thank you for that. Kita asked, Negril cellular service, any guesstimations? So Flow is back here in Negril. We have Flow. We're waiting for Digicel. It's not the best. I was able to feel like I made a phone call. It could be my phone. My phone is I need a new I've needed a new phone for a long time. Maybe it's my phone, but I feel like some people have been able to make calls. I made a call today. So we have Flow back in the grill, Flow in Savlamar as well. Let's keep rolling here. Marcia, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Donna J. Took a while to figure this out. Thank you. I appreciate your persistence and I appreciate you making donation. What's going on, Alfonso? Good to see you on here. Throp, what's good? What's up? Good to see you and hear you again, bro. I'm in Montego Bay. The internet access is a little tricky, so this is my first time touching base with the stream since the hurricane. Awesome. Nice to have you on here, man. Always appreciate your commentary. I'm just sorry. I'm just looking for questions here. Laura, good question. Was the Jamaica Giants property spared? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me write this down. I'm just writing down ones I haven't looked into. Is Usain Bolt safe? I'm not sure. I think so. I think he's fine. Alfonso says, what's surprising to me, though, is the lack of patriotism from our brothers and sisters. I don't see the effort to get out and clean up our country. We can't sit back and wait for the government to do everything. I will say, I'm not sure. I haven't been out there, and I don't know what the situation is. But I'm seeing, at least what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing a lot of people like take a lot of action. I'll say this for what's happening in the West. So if you saw my original Little London video did I put on it on YouTube? No, it was on Instagram. And as you drive through Little London, there were all these light poles that were down in the road, and it caused one lane traffic. So there's this one bottleneck. It took you a half an hour. It took you over an hour and change to get to Sav, and is because of this bottleneck. So what happened is like the citizens just came, and like you look at these GPS poles and they're dangerous, obviously, but also there's no electricity running through them. So what a bunch of people did is they came with their tools and they just started taking them apart and they pulled the poles out of the road. And so now it's freed up. And that was the Jamaican city. They just took it upon themselves to do it. They didn't wait for the government. Even people with their own homes, they're not waiting for the government. They're I can speak for our own staff and team members who are doing it for themselves. And my brother has gone out there, brought them their materials, as much materials as he could, and they're just doing them themselves. They're putting it together. They're finding the tools. And so I am seeing a lot of action by people. I can just say that from this part of the island, and a lot of people taking the bull by the horn and taking their own making their own destiny and taking action, which I think is wonderful to see. Lynn, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Appears $200 is the maximum, and that is I don't know, and that is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, $500 Jamaican for charging for Wi-Fi. That is. Let's keep rolling here. Jamaica, with the government warnings about the hurricane, it seems that many weren't prepared as they think they should be at this bad. I mean, yeah, I mean, how prepared can you be, for something of this nature? I'd say like coming into this, I thought we like travelers I'm talking about, like I thought we over prepared as we're going through like we've never prepared for a storm like this before. Not to this extent. We took this thing so seriously from day one. As soon as we heard Cat 5, history making, etc., etc. I remember we were in Kingston at the time. My brother cut off all reservations immediately, and initially I was like, "Yo, do you think that's like a little extreme?" And he was like, "Cat 5," and like also mind you, this thing was coming straight at like in the initial, like the radar. This thing was coming straight for Negril. It was coming straight to us. So it was like from that day forward, the assumption, from my brother's mind, he's the leader of travelers. It was like, this thing is coming for us, and we need to prepare as if we're going to get a direct hit. And then from that point forward, direct hit, it's coming to travelers, it's coming to grill, and we got to prepare worst case scenario. And like, trust me, our minds went to the most extreme. What if this happens? What if that happens? We had contingency plans in place, and then we had contingency plans for the contingency plans. We're talking about going to the like we were thinking Katrina, put it that way, in every aspect. And we had multiple meetings with our guest. Many guests that we had here, we tried to convince them to leave, and we did. We were successful in that, and they left. And even with all that preparation, and we're a hotel. We are, our structure is strong. It's cement. We're strategically built. We have generator, all of this backup, thousands and thousands of gallons of backup water, and still, you can only do so much and no more. Especially when it comes to Mother Nature, just the unpredictability of it, and you just never know. And again, in the beginning, it was supposed to come to us. If this thing had hit us directly, I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. Not to say that I'd be dead. It would just be a different situation. Negril would be very different. Negril would be in a very different state right now, extremely different state. Imagine what happened to Black River happened in Negril. Different circumstances, and that's just kind of the way things fell. And people prepare in a different way. I know a lot of people didn't take this thing seriously, and I'm not saying that to re-victimize them or anything like that, but and you also got to think that like there were people in Kingston just like, oh, it's not going to hit us, and we're fine. And then they're like, see, I told you, and they're fine, and they're back to their normal lives. But if the thing had shifted to Kingston, it would be a different story for them. So it's six and a half a dozen, right? And we just gotta. It's hard to say the coulda shoulda sort of game, and it's hard. What else could you have done? What else, like so many things. And again, we haven't had the chance to sit down and process and strategize and rethink and that sort of thing. And that time will come. That time will definitely come. Oh wow. Thank you, Lynn. Geez, thank you so much, Lynn. I guess we have to make multiple donations to give larger amounts as I'm limited to $200 each time. Really, really appreciate you, Lynn. Can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I heard the same thing about Roaring River being cut off, and I don't know. There's a few places just like this. I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to assist in these situations. I really don't. I'm screenshotting your comment there to see to make any kind of push that I can. Let's keep rolling here. See what I see. Would it be okay if we bought the items from your list on Amazon and had them delivered to your hotel? That way you could hand them out when you're on your way to yeah, I think that's perfectly okay. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think we can do that. Hope my brother doesn't kill me because we haven't even sat down and talk about this. And I think Amazon is still coming here. I don't know what the duty is on that sort of thing. If it's waived on Amazon orders, I know like shipments here, they're waiving it for 30 days for the month of November. But yes, if it comes here, we'll distribute it. Of course, absolutely, we will do that. Michelle Quick, I'm feeling morally conflicted about going to see Jamaica as planned in 6 weeks because I don't want to take food at the mouths of locals. So I just this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. You're not. You're not. You're not. You got to think about it. Like we as a hotel, we're able to do what we're doing in terms of helping our staff, like literally go out buying building materials and helping them to build back their house and put a roof over their head. Like that's what we're literally doing. We're only able to do that because we operate a business and our business is also still operating right now. We can't operate our business without customers. In addition to that, we have staff that have a job and that they're able to make a living. And if nobody comes to Jamaica and if nobody comes to Negril, we're not going to be able to open. We're not going to be able to provide jobs. And then we're also not going to have the resources to provide for the people who are most in need. So, as I've been saying, if you have plans to come in December, January, February, especially, I can speak for Negril. I can't speak for other areas. Negril, I honestly think in the next few weeks is going to be back to normal and you're going to actually be helping the economy. Nothing against nothing against large hotels or all inclusives at all. But especially if you're staying in a small hotel, especially if you're staying in a small hotel, you're in the grill, that is specifically. If you're staying in a small hotel in the grill, you already know you're going to stay in your hotel. And if you're staying on the beach, you're going to go out and you're going to go to the next restaurant. You're going to go to the next bar. You're going to buy a jerk chicken from the jerk chicken man. You're going to buy a patty from the beef patty guy that's walking the beach, or buy fruits from the fruit lady, or go downtown to the supermarket and buy this and go to the gift shop. The money is going to be spread around. The impact that you're going to have on the community is going to be huge. And even if you're an all-inclusive person, same thing. What these hotels are doing for their team members and their family members is immense. And they cannot do it, and they cannot provide. And I know a lot of them, their staff are staying at their hotel. We have staff staying at our hotel. I know they're doing the same thing. And we're able to provide these resources because we run a business. And again, if you come down, you're giving them the ability. Like, trust me, so many of these all-inclusive hotels are doing so much for Jamaica, so much for the citizens of Jamaica, and they're playing a crucial role in going through this. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say the names. They've made their posts on social media. Many of these larger all-inclusive hotels are actually closing down for a period of time to reset, and it's trust me. Even right now, it's in this beginning stage, and we knew it was going to be like this. It's hard. We don't have electricity. The staff is going through their own situations, their own challenges, and so it's already hard to run a hotel when you have all the utilities that you need and that you normally expect to have. But it's even harder when you don't have access to that, and you don't have access to your people, and that your people aren't in the best state of mind. But it's only going to be for the short term. And again, this is my personal belief. Nobody's saying this. I think that Negril is going to be back to quote unquote relatively normal in a short period of time. I really, really think so. And you also got to think, the more that we're able to help our team members get back on the feet and get back to a normal routine, the better it's going to be for everybody. And so we are highly, highly incentivized to help them in that sense. And then also because we dearly care about them. I mean, especially with us, we're a family-owned hotel, but we're also a family hotel. I mean, I can't begin to tell you, like, I don't even want to go back to it. Just extremely, extremely devastating stuff. It really, really is. I'm not going to go into it. So if you have a vacation planned, especially, like I said, DropX is happening. Come on down. Travelers will be here. We'll be okay. You're going to have you're going to have a great time. You're also going to give back in a multitude of ways just by having your presence here. Trust me, you are. And if you're coming at the end of November into December, you're good to go. You're helping the economy in a big way. You really, really are. Thank you, Simone. Thank you for the donation. Lori, thank you for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Justin, thank you again. Justin says, thank you to everyone in the chat who has been liking and sharing, and big respect to everyone who are able to donate. Whatever you can do, it really helps out a lot. And he's right. Thank you for that, Justin. I appreciate that. Well said. Soka Gal, thank you for the donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jewel Voss, how prepared can one be in a wooden structures with zinc roof? Yes. And I think, again, I know we're still in it. I know we're in the foxhole, but I think moving forward, obviously, and the government prior to this, remember the government has been rolling out these programs, these housing programs, like hundreds, even thousands of houses, excuse me, that they've been building, and they've all concrete structure and slab roof. And we know this, and we're the government has been moving out of and moving away from wooden structures, zinc houses, and they understand that, and it's just really really big. And we're moving in that direction, and we already know this. And I think, unfortunately, going through Melissa, that's going to speed up that process. That's what I believe. That's going to speed up this process of building these concrete structures with the wood, excuse me, with the slab roofs. Marie, thank you very much. Sending love and gratitude for all you're doing. Throp, thank you. I'll be in the grill in December and look forward to finding out how I can support while I'm there. Blessings all the way up. Thank you so much. Diane asks, can you share how or if you think the Jamaican government will be able to assist individuals with rebuilding of homes? Somebody had asked me that today about if they're going to be a program. I'm not sure. I would presume so. Because right now I think they're focusing on the immediate, which is food and shelter, number one, and number two, food and shelter, and then taking it from there. But I'm no expert in these things, but I figured that we would be kind of the aim or the goal in my mind would be to like stabilize this situation, get people in a state that they can stay in for, again, just using SAF for an example, where electricity won't be back for 3 months. Don't quote me on that. Don't hold me to that. This is what I've been told, that just like, let's get in our minds, like minimum 3 months it's going to take to bring back electricity to Sav Lamar, right? So like, how can we get all those folks in SAF to a position where they can survive in the most comfortable way for 3 months until electricity comes back and things start getting going? That's kind of where my mind goes. I don't know if that's the right thinking, but that's kind of how I'm thinking. Man, so many comments. Sorry, I'm skipping so many of them. Raphael says, I'm supposed to check into travelers on Friday. Should we still be planning to come, given my flight isn't canceled? Yes. I won't reiterate the point, but I think your presence here will be very, very helpful economically. Again, even if you're not staying with travelers coming to Negril, I think you're going to make a big impact economically. Born Under the Clock, thank you so much for your donation, for the $200 donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. All this is going to go such a long way. Sabrina, thank you for the $50. Thank you. Trying to get thank yous to these donors. Sharon, thank you for the $50. Thank you. All this helps. Thank you, Monique, for being a new channel member. Mark, thank you for the $70. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grace Ash joined late. Sorry, coming in December to Mobay, looking for locally owned guest houses to stay and organizations to volunteer, especially in St. Elizabeth. I'm sorry, I just don't know at this point in time. I will, at some point, I will find the time to do the research and figure this out and know who to send people to, which organization to send people to. And then also, if you want to make further donations, where to send that. I'm going to do some sort of GoFundMe or something, but I just haven't had the time to sit down to put that together. But this has been phenomenal. This has been great. Thank you all so much for all these donations that you've made today. I really, really appreciate it. How much does a small concrete house cost? I don't know. I can't tell you. Great question. Let me screenshot that. I think that is maybe the question of the day. Good question. Great question. Where in Western Jamaica is the help going? I mean, there is help. Like even in Negril, we had a Chinook helicopter land behind the police station and giving out food yesterday. So it's coming. It's here. I can't tell you everywhere. Like I'm not really not spending that much time online to see what's happening and even sitting down and strategizing, what I keep saying. So I'm unsure. I'm unsure. You guys will probably know more than I do. The teacher says someone needs to get a strategic plan going. Do they have a disaster plan for hurricanes? It seems like from outside that we don't know where or how to navigate. I don't think I that'll say I don't think is a situation. I do think that there are disaster recovery experts, many disaster recovery experts in Jamaica, and there is a coordinated effort happening. Um, Obviously, time is of the essence, and people are extremely frustrated, rightfully so, and not having a roof over their head, not having or knowing where their next meal is coming from. So I think it's understood. Like, but I can't say it, and the government is just sitting on their thumbs or sitting on their hands and not doing anything. There is a lot being done. There's a lot being done by Jamaican citizens themselves. Like I said, I'm going together with a private organization, a private convoy on Tuesday to go to Grange Hill, and people are taking action. Taking action. Of course, we'd want it to happen a lot faster, and but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming, and it's easy for me to say. It's very easy for me to say that. I'm sitting here in my studio in AC. I have a roof over my head. I know where my next meal is coming from. I have running water. I have internet, and easy for me to say. Easy for all of us to say. We're all on this live stream, whether you're watching or you're participating in the comment section. But it's, of course, we want it to happen sooner rather than later. And trust me, everybody here who can, we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can and helping who we can. But I'm telling you, the need is immense. It's immense, and it's hard to fathom. It's hard to fathom. Like, and so many people are doing as much as they can, but it's like it's hard to just like really understand. And I know the impact in terms of it, like making a widespread difference, like that's going to take time for it to happen. And I hate to even say that, but like it's just so much coordination, so much logistics, and they're trying. I see it, and I'm not trying to like make excuses for them or anything like that. But like this, I'm saying this from like somebody who's helping and trying to help myself. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like what do you do? Like we're trying. I'll tell you that. Pam says, sorry, I joined late. We are supposed to come next Monday. Can you talk about safety? Safety, safety's fine. I mean, if you're staying at a hotel, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you'd rather stay in a place that has electricity and has a security guard. So I think you'd be fine. And I don't know where you're staying, but for Negril for the most part, and also keep it like where we don't have lights right now. We don't have electricity. But like I said, I think relatively shortly, electricity will be back, businesses will be running, all the bars will be open, the clubs will be open. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think the grill is going to be coming back and being regular fairly quickly. I really think within. I don't want to put a time very soon. I don't want to put a time frame on this, but this is just as I put the pieces together and just do the math. Once electricity comes back, it's just going to be just a waterfall movement. Are flights even coming into Mobay? As far as I know flights have been canceled. But as far as I know, the airport is open. Garth Adrian, this is Garth's estimation. Concrete one bedroom is 4.2 million Jamaican dollars, and that is, I'll do just math real quick. That's about 27,000 US dollars for one bedroom, according to Garth. Thank you for that, Garth. Appreciate that. Courtney says, where can we send donations? I'll support in a heartbeat. Half of my heart is on that island. I said this earlier before. I don't know of a specific, and I because I haven't had the time to do research, and I wish I was more prepared to give that information today, but I'm just not, and I don't want to say do this or do that. Um, but I will say, just be careful if you're going to be donating. Just be careful. Do your research on the organization that you're going to be giving money to, because there are many, many, many fake websites and fake organizations, fake institutions that are just trying to scam people. And it's just like, are you serious? Like, I can't believe people are doing this at this time. I really can't believe it, but here's what it is at this point. I will be setting up something. I'm trying for tomorrow, but like as I'm like thinking through my schedule and what I'm doing tomorrow, it probably won't be tomorrow. It probably won't be Tuesday because I'm going to Grange Hill. Let's say Wednesday. By Wednesday, and I hope that's not too late. By Wednesday, I will set something up. People in the comment section have saying that they're willing to send items via Amazon to travelers, and they'll ask us to distribute it. I will take it, no problem. I will make that happen. I'll take that upon myself. I will make that commitment. Daniel Booth says a 2-bedroom house will cost between 8 and 10 million. There you go. Jay's View says they are now promoting tiny homes in TikTok for 3 million. There you go. Thank you guys for this information. Andrea Kerr says I'm scheduled to arrive in 2 weeks, and the hotel I booked canceled my reservation. I thought that meant I should cancel altogether. Thanks for this, as it motivated me to come with supplies. Yes, you don't got to name the hotel, but there are many hotels in Negril that are open, and I know they will be in a much better position in 2 weeks from now, especially when we get electricity back. We're one of them. Let's see. Karima, I'm flying to Montego Bay. Transportation available to travelers. Yes, we have transportation. We have drivers. WhatsApp us. The phone lines aren't up, so just shoot us a WhatsApp. Let me just gonna get the travelers WhatsApp. I really need to memorize this number. So travelers number is, I'm gonna put it in the comment section, is 876 307 9130. I'll put that here, travelers. So you can shoot a WhatsApp or give them a WhatsApp call on there, and they'll help you out with your reservation. Carrie Smith says, do the resorts in Negril have power, or is it generator? If generator, how is the gas situation? Yes, gas situation is challenging, but we're making it work for right now. Thankfully, we've been doing this. I don't even know what date is today. I don't even know when Melissa got here. What day I don't even know. Was it Monday? I can't even remember. Is it Monday? I can't remember. It was Monday or Tuesday. Melissa got here. So we've been running the generator since then, and thankfully we haven't ran out of gas. We've been able, diesel that is. We've been able to replenish it, and we're okay. No power in Negril right now. All the hotels that are operating are running off of their generator. Do you think electricity will be up and running in December? Absolutely, far before December. I've been told it's within a couple of weeks, and I would go more on the shorter side, because again, Negril, thankfully, we were spared in a big way, and we didn't sustain a lot of damage, especially and most and particularly on the beach road. Very, very little damage. Like, I drove out the night, not even the next day, the night we drove out, and we were essentially able to drive the entire road. We drove all the way up to Petcom. I mean, yeah. We were fine. We were relatively okay. Let's keep rolling here. Questions. Aisha, are the restaurants in Negril open? Are also the supermarkets? Do they have products on their shelves? As I heard, the shelves were empty. I went to Quality Traders today to buy a bunch of food for someone. And there is food. There is a a lot on the shelves. There were some shelves that were not, they didn't have anything, but they had, put it this way, they had enough food food items and the quantity that I needed to provide for somebody that was in need for of food, uh, toilet paper, tissue, sanitary stuff, a bunch of water I bought, some nutritional juice. They had all that stuff. So that was Quality Traders. They were open. What else you asked? Restaurants. We're open here. Travelers. Shirella Inn is open. Treehouse is open. Coca La Palm is open. Skylark is open. Rock House is open. Um, where else? I think Corner Bar is open. I saw a bunch of people over there yesterday. A lot of our guests went to Corner Bar for food and hanging out. Next door to us, what is the name? Is it Fiesta? I'm so sorry. It's Errol's next door to Traveler. I forget the name of their restaurant, but they're open playing music all day. So there are places, we have some of our guests who are going out at night. I don't know where they're going, but they have cars. I see them with their drinks and they're going out, going to some party. I don't know where, but people are doing things. People are doing. It's not normal right now. It's not normal right now. Don't get me wrong. But again, I think very shortly that things will be back to normal here in Negril. Um, Diane, I've been watching videos from people who went to check on their family in Trelawney. The footage shows residents there who are in serious need of help. I can share the link if you permit. Please share the link. Yes, and somebody told me about this, and you're not hearing a lot about Trelawney, and also even Westmoreland. I'm sorry to say, like, not a lot out here. The focus is on Black River. Like, again, rightfully so. Like, things are very, very different, but the spectrum is crazy. The spectrum is crazy. But yes, thank you for bringing up Trelawney. Terry Johnson says we booked in to come to Travelers in 3 weeks. How's the beach? And are the restaurants Kenny best? Oh, yes, Kenny Italian Cafes open. Best of the West. Oh my gosh, I ran by there today. I don't know if they're open. I ran before they would normally open. The place looks totally fine. There's some people who were standing underneath. You're familiar with Best in the West. Like, people were standing underneath it, and the place seemed fine. I'm not sure if they're open. I know Italian Cafe is. What's your question? The beach is fine. I went after my run this morning. Me and my brother went for a swim. Totally fine. Maybe I need to get some pictures and video out of the beach. And the water is lovely as usual. It's totally fine. Oh, sorry. What's going on? Hegfa, thank you so much. Throp, I see this footage and weep. Is Eddie Murphy okay? Are you getting up near Bay Road in Little London? Please let me know if you are still working with Dennis Shipping. Can we start back the buy a block? Awesome, man. Good to see you on here, Monk. So Bay Road, let me start. Eddie's good. Just saw him today. He's straight. He hurt his hand in the storm. I had to give him some relief, but he's fine. He's actually been helping me out. And Bay Road, parts of Bay Road is flooded. I put out a video on my Instagram maybe 2 days ago, and you had to drive through a lot of water, unfortunately. And I don't know if you know McNeil Land. That's where Eddie lives. Completely flooded. At least 2 days ago, it was like very, very flooded. Little London is looking better. Little London, yeah, but pretty bad shape overall. It's going to be a while till they get electricity as well. Still working with Dennis Shipping. Yes, they are shipping a container down. And if you guys are doing shipments, please use Dennis Shipping. Huge, just they give back so much. That company gives back so much. And they're shipping in a container free of charge, as a matter of fact, that they're loading up. And please support them, especially if you're going out of the New York City, Florida. They get here, and like, if out of Florida, I think it's like less than a week, as a matter of fact, it gets to Jamaica. So really, really quick. So thanks, Monk, for the opportunity, and thanks, a great question. Sherry says, has anyone seen the videos with the multiple U.S. Army helicopters flying over the areas that are blocked to drop off food and necessity? They are working at it. Let's keep rolling here. Sorry, just trying to get to questions. Clyde, what's going on? Thanks so much. Hey, Throp, thanks for posting and keeping us informed through this tragic event. Best wishes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. American Friends of Jamaica. Yes. So these, these are the two organizations that I've seen that are great. And I know AFJ and I know Food for the Poor, and they are great, great, great organizations. Phenomenal, phenomenal organizations. Born Under the Clock. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Really appreciate it. Trying to get some questions here. Man, I think I'm so far back with comments. Oh my gosh. All roads to Kingston open. Yes, yes, yes. You can get to Montego Bay from Negril. You can get to Kingston from Montego Bay. Montego Bay is a little dicey in terms of the traffic, but you'll get through it. It may take a little time, but you'll get through it. Um, okay, I think we're gonna leave it here, folks. This was a phenomenal, phenomenal live stream. I can't thank you all enough for your donations. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Angie. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All of this, I promise, literally swiping cards and getting Dieter. Thank you so much. Swiping my card and getting these folks food. Anything that I can buy as soon as Lizzie. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about Burnt Savannah. I will look into it. I will look into it. Let me write that down. I'm trying to write down all these neighborhoods that people are asking about that I haven't heard anything. At the very least, I will ask people about them if they heard anything. Thank you for these donations. I'm gonna try as much as I can. I'm gonna try to use this money for building material, like food for sure, especially going into Grange Hill and going into Waterworks tomorrow. But like, especially building material. If I could get my hands on building material, I'm gonna buy this stuff and get it to our staff members, especially. Thank you all so much. If I can do a live stream again, maybe later this week, I will try. I will do my best, and I would also do my best to keep people informed on Instagram and on the YouTube Shorts. It seems like that's worked really well to get the most up to date information out. So you can follow me there at Throp on Instagram, and then also you're already following me here on YouTube. And if you're not following me, follow me here on you. I don't know why I keep forgetting to say that. But subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And that way, I'm putting up the shorts just much quicker. They're just easier to put together than putting together like the long drive to Sav or going to Waterworks on tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to stay up to date and see that happening in as real time as possible, just throw it up just hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and that will get you that information. Thank you, Diane, very much. Amazing work you are doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate everybody, and I will stay in touch as much as I possibly can. And thank you for this stream, and thank you again for all your donations today. Talk to you all soon. Be safe.